Hey everyone, I am Carly of CarlySoul. I'm actually coming in through IGTV instead of the IG Live. There was some funny business going on with that, so hey, we just free flow with it, right? But yeah, if you're new to this space, I am the co-founder of the Exodus Collective, and my primary line of work is within healing, movement, energy, and just being. In this space of the Exodus Collective, I bring a opportunity for those of us who are thinking about transitioning and relocating our physical lives, Black people throughout the African Diaspora, to the Caribbean. I have personal experience with that journey. I've been living in Grenada, West Indies for 6 years. 2020 has brought me back to the United States. I'm originally from West Philadelphia. Big love to my communities in West Philly at this time. There's been a lot going on over the last couple weeks in West Philly, but yeah, 2020 has brought me back. Came here to sort things out and figure out just next pathways and visit family and connect with family. The pandemic has happened, and with the borders being closed for so long, I've spent most of my time here in the United States over this past year. Looking forward to getting back to my home, back in Grenada quite soon, and I've had a lot of personal experience on an internal level, just navigating the pathway of transitioning your life, meeting different aspects of oneself when you're faced with new cultural ways of being, new questions of identity. Being a Black woman from America, I had never faced the aspect of identity of being American until I lived abroad. And that was a whole new, just mind reality to just take in. Being seen as American, but never feeling American. So there's just so many different internal journeys that one goes through as you relocate your life. I find that the Exodus Collective is a beautiful opportunity for stories and perspectives to be shared by other Black people throughout the diaspora who have journeyed back to their countries of origin or are in their journey very similar to me. I am not of Grenadian descent. I do have roots on my mother's side in Jamaica. Jamaica always will hold a special place in my heart. I've been there more than any other island. It's just that Grenada found me in such a way to call home. And if you wanted to hear more a little bit about that, check our YouTube channel. And it's the first Exodus Collective interview with me and Zoe, where I share a bit of my own personal stories of leaving the United States and moving to Grenada. But yeah, this tune-in free flow is just a space to have a point of reflection, to have a point of pause in the midst of movement. Personally, I feel as though this is a time for preparation and for movement. And with that being said, in the midst of that movement, and depending on where you are currently located in the world, I'm speaking a bit more of the perspective of here in the United States, where the energetic climate is very charged. You've got a lot of points of distraction that are felt on a visceral level. with riots, well, that's a whole nother, Instagram might do a little, we'll see. But it's the truth. Riots, you've got the election and just all of the unraveling that has come to the surface within this country that also directly influences other countries as well. But to be on this land, I would be interested to hear from other Black people who are currently located in the U.S. at this time, and just like how you've been experiencing it as well. But yeah, like in the midst of all of those shifts, and then with 2020 in itself, what has happened on a global scale, I believe it's very key to constantly check in, to tune in to yourself, to the voice, to the calling that is guiding you and informing you of what you're being called for within yourself next, what you're being asked for, what your own self is asking of you to be able to step into that next step, double step. So yeah, I just wanted to offer those of you, no matter where you're located in the world, this part, to be self-guided, to be adaptable and present with the calling. I would just offer that to you. Only you will know like what that feels like and what that looks like in your everyday movement. For me, I know that I'm being self-guided, and I know that I'm being very present with what is being asked of me when I'm being committed to the primary things and the primary practices that I have to tend to within my day before I can actually like feel like open enough to just be like, all right, like this day, even if everything won't go as planned, but at least I've committed to myself first in that. What that looks like for me, definitely movement. Dance is life for me. I love free flow movement, so just getting into my body, cardio exercising, writing out my to-do list for each day and for the day before, just like at least two things that I have to tend to. Reading to myself my affirmations. I call it mental hygiene, emotional hygiene, and I have affirmations on my bathroom wall that I do as I'm brushing my teeth. So it's a way for me to like really integrate like my own affirmatives, not any affirmatives that has been told to me. It's what has come from my soul, and it's on my wall, and I do it each morning as I'm brushing my teeth, and just really lays the ground down. This video is about to end, so I'll come back with a part 2. Okay, I'm back. Yeah, the storage is getting low. So yeah, I just wanted to tap in very briefly with the second part and also touch on the reality of reaction. Everything that's been transpiring throughout this year, I believe that for many of us, we have been tested on like how quick we can jump into that reactionary mode. I've definitely met it quite a bit, especially earlier this year, when a lot of the upheavals of racialized attention, things that have always been present within this country, but it was very much like brought to the surface, and it being felt on a nationwide level. Me personally, I felt very much tested to jump like right into that like primal reactionary state. What that looked like At first, I, just wanted to like just jump on the next plane back to my home, get out this country like I did 6 years ago. The other piece, I just felt very angry. And not to say that anger, I believe that anger is a very, very useful emotion to be able to inform action. But it's how. Like, how am I using that? So just tapping back into a point of self-reflection of like where your reactionary state is at this time, and how can that inform your experience with planning to relocate. Personal experience has shown me that wherever you go, there you are. So I just really want to, offer that to whoever's listening that might feel very just naturally propelled to like get on that next flight and just really, really make your exodus. I get it. But I just wanted to offer that point of reflection to you. I don't believe that there's any one right way to do anything, but certainly not transitioning life when everything is always in transition. But for this free flow, I just wanted to offer being adaptable, self-guided, present, check those reactionary states, tap into those self-practices that you know work for you. I'd be curious to hear like what that looks like for you. You can put it in the comments, send me a DM. I would love that. And yeah, just flow within yourself and really just be clear at each choice point as much as possible in these times. So that's it for today. Stay tuned for a upcoming relocation chill and chat with me and Zoe. The date should be announced later on this week. It'll be on Zoom, much more intimate. I personally prefer those spaces than Instagram, but for now we're rocking with this. And yeah, sending all of you much love and peace to your day.